Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about what is the importance of indicators of compromise in cybersecurity. Every attackers, whether we can say cyber criminals, hackers or inside attackers, when they are just performing any kind of attacks, illegal activities, that means they are following certain kind of techniques, tools, rule, regulations, procedures, and when they are just performing such kind of intrude in our systems on our network, then definitely they are leaving some kind of trace or evidence, we can say, behind their activity. Okay. And being a cybersecurity professionals or the system administrator or the network administrator, you need to find out, yes, what are the artifacts of that kind of activity which they did on our systems or in our network. So in case of cybersecurity, IOC or indicators of compromise are very important, because they are just with the help of these traces we can find out, yes, who was the person, organization, or what was the malicious actor or the threat actor, we can say, behind that particular kind of attack. And when we just find out, yes, this is the attack happen on our network, so we would be able to find out what was the evidence behind it, so that is sometime we need to sue on those threat actors, so that we need to digital evidence to prove the crime against that particular malicious actor or hackers or the cyber crime. Okay, so it is very important in the field of cybersecurity. And today's session I'm just going to discuss about what is the importance of the IOCs, and how you would be able to find out, yes, what kind of attack is it, what are the ways you can find out yes, this kind of activity is happening on it. So let's start today's session. Then when we are having a company, okay, for example, this is this every block is representing the data inside our company, inside our systems. Okay, so when attack will happen, it can be from any kind of attack, whether that's hacking or any kind of intrusion. Somebody is just trying to steal the information, okay, with the illegal way. Clear? They are just using the techniques, tools to find out the information. Okay, or unauthorized access. Somebody is not having right to access on the information, but still they are using the brute force or with some kind of other methods. They are just trying to find out, yes, what will be the access on those particular data, or on particular area, or on particular network. Okay. And another is some maybe some employees, due to ignorance or due to the unintentional way or the negligence of the employees, that can be also happen, and it's just percentage of that attack is 11%. Okay. And accidentally somebody just trying to access online data, and they need to send some information, they need to fill the form, and over there they just accidentally they drop some kind of information which can be very usable for the hackers, and then they can use that information to perform an attack. Okay. And another is inside attacker, can be there will be attack on the physically or the data on move attack. Some data, when we are transiting, we are forwarding from one network to the another network, from one PC to the another PC, then definitely there in between that movement there can be hacking. Okay. And there can be different kind of we can say indicator of compromise. We can find out, yes, what kind of attack was over there. Our systems, our logs, our events telling us a lot of information about, yes, this kind of unusual activity happen on our system. Okay. For example, if you see here in this diagram, when we are accessing network, okay, whether that's on premises, we are sitting in our office, okay, for example this is our computer and we are sitting here and we are accessing the other pieces or other data servers or data centers, whatsoever the data we are accessing on premises. We are not moving the boundaries beyond the boundaries of our company, okay, or we sometime we are accessing the cloud, okay, that can be public cloud or the company is outsourced a private cloud just for the employee of their company, okay, or some user can be on the roaming, okay, they are performing their task from different locations, so there can be remote users. So there is the possibility of the person who is accessing the data resources of company, okay. So here when hackers, when cyber criminals perform an attack, for example this is the network we are accessing, and when we are accessing the network, then definitely when here is hacker, okay, for example here is that cyber criminals, and this cyber criminals is just trying to perform an attack on our devices, whether we are here at location, at this public or private cloud, or the remote use. Yeah. So there is one thing is common between us and between them. They are performing attack over the internet, okay. So they are using the networking. When they are using networking, that means they need to follow certain paths, they need to use some kind of protocols, they need to send some kind of packets. So definitely there will be in our logs, in our events managers, we can collect that information, yes, what kind of activity happened, okay. So for example if the hackers is accessing the network, okay, and they are establish and malicious, here is for example they establish their server where they whatever the information they will steal from here and they will use to access their remote server which they establish. This is the server which is established by the hackers, okay, and here are when they need to contact that this server. So for example there are a number of DNS queries on our database, on our firewalls. So there is also a query, DNS query, that's related to adversary.com. For example this is the IP address or the domain name established by the hacker. So just we can also collect the information, yes, this is the DNS query which is just going towards the malicious domain server, and over there they are just exfiltrating our data, or they are just contacting to that particular server at that particular domain, okay. And another is the firewall, okay. When we are using the firewall, definitely we just set some kind of rules over there. When any outsider will attack on our network and they are just trying to violate those rules, okay? And even the hacker can be the insider, okay. So what maybe the hacker insides or some compromised system exists in our network, and through that compromised system they are accessing that information and sending to that particular server, okay. So the established firewall is also contain the logs which can give us a lot of information, because devil is in the data. When we just post-mortem the events, when we just will see, yes, this is the attack, this is the hash value of that malicious activities, then who is contact, what type of data they are stealing, which protocol they are using, which ports they are using, clear, just we can find it out. Another is, for example, we are using proxies. So proxies can also tell us, yes, this is the logs that I have generated, and you can just find out the information who accessed your data via this route. They just came come from different locations and enter in a network, or they just go out from our network. Okay, another is network flows. Then definitely when the hackers, for example here the hackers, this is just entering in our network, then there is a certain PCs they contacted, there is a certain outbound traffic is just moving out of this one. Let's see the another diagram here. So you can see here when there are the different departments. For example, there is a operations, finance, HR, R&D and marketing department. And when the hackers, for example, hacker just send an email to the finance manager, and when that finance manager open that email, okay, and that email was having some kind of malicious file. When he opened that file, a threat which was inside it, a malicious program was in it that executed on their system, and now it is just moving to on the another part of the network, or they just try to contact which is just on internet. For example, that's on internet, and on internet they just contacted. Okay. So there is certain network flow which was the initial point where that particular malware started, and after that we just come to know the trajectory of that particular malicious activity, to who are the other networks, or how many devices or how many segments of our network affected by this particular malware. Okay, and who is the other side of the network which they contacted. Clear. Another clue we can get indicator of compromise in the spam mails, spam box, because we every day we are receiving so many emails which is just having a lot of information about the cyber criminals. They are sending what their intentions, okay, and who they are and how they are doing. So just by observing the spam we can also find out, yes, might be we are receiving the spam emails, and over there we can get the clue of it. Okay, and here another thing is that nowadays the different vendors who are just providing such kind of services to threat hunting kind of services, they are using artificial intelligence. So whatsoever our devices are using and what the manpower is finding out, yes, this is the indicator of compromises, and the artificial intelligence is also collecting that lot of information and just passing through the traffic from different filters, and then collecting that this kind of traffic is malicious, and now this I need to block it. Okay, so that is collectively providing us a very robust, strong, powerful method to find out, yes, this is the malicious activity, and how just we can combat against those threats. Okay, here just you can see Lumu software which is finding out, yes, it's just saying here, just you can see some threat net fy. It's the malware they just downloaded, and that's 3 threat triggers. So here just you can see here it affected on particular days. You can say that the different colors they are using to find to differentiate on that particular day. So they're saying 156 malicious events happen and the 6 endpoints affected. Just you can know, yes, these are the affected pieces by the particular threat which we downloaded from that particular malicious domain. Okay, or maybe hackers implanted the certain set of their setup which is having the malicious kind of traffic, and when we download it, they just bundled or inside they just packed a malware. Okay, and just you can see here attack distribution of this domain, they just distributed the attack on the particular domains. Okay, particular IP addresses they are just contacting. So we can say there are multiple ways, multiple of methods we can say, and so especially they can also manipulate with the registry values. A lot of ways we can find out, yes, this is the attack, and they are the unusual kind of activity happen in our network. Clear? So follow me on the cybersecurity prism and get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Share that session with your friends and group members as well, so that they will be able to understand what is the role of indicators of compromise in the cybersecurity, and how the hackers are just leaving traces, or we can say evidence behind their crime, and how this they can find out by different methods. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about a very famous website, Garmin paid $10 million to hackers, and why. In the next session I will discuss about this one. Namaste, see you in the next session.